guys, it is Kristen Shelby from Indy Hip Chic, and we are back today with a full foundation routine. So I'm just going to walk you through all of my foundation, highlighting, contouring, blush, and this highlight as well. So if you would like to see how I got this look, then stick around. Alrighty, so I already have put on my moisturizer, so we are just going to go straight in with primer. And I am going to be using the Too Faced Primed and Peachy primer today. I've never used it before, so we'll see if I like it or not. It's not a very tacky primer, but I don't know. It almost feels like a moisturizer, but a little bit thicker. So for foundation today, I am going to be trying out the Kat Von D Lock-It, and I'm in the shade Medium 65. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the Amby Rose ARF1. It's just a flat stippling kind of brush, and then I'm just gonna kind of use that to start blending out this foundation. Now I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and just kind of blend this all out a little bit more. One thing I really like about this foundation is that it almost feels like it's kind of drying down to a pretty matte finish already. And I'm pretty oily, so anything that's gonna kind of be matte without being too drying and kind of help me combat that oil is always a winner for me. Now I'm gonna go in with my concealer. So today I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the color Caramel. And I'm just gonna place that underneath my eyes, my forehead, the center of my nose, and on my chin. And I'm gonna do my Cupid's bow too. Alrighty, now I'm gonna go back in with my beauty blender and kind of blend all that out. And I kind of want to let my under eye dry down a bit before I blend it to kind of help me with coverage. So I'm gonna blend everything else out first. Okay, so now to set my under eye concealer, I am going to use the AJ Crimson loose powder in the shade Bamboo. And I'm not really big on baking or anything like that. So basically I will just dip my beauty blender into the powder. I'm going to use a different one than what I used for my concealer. I like to have one for liquids and one for powders. So basically I'll dip it in. You'll see I have this much, and then I just kind of roll it onto my hand to get rid of the majority of the powder, so I have just enough to set the concealer and not a ton to make me look all cakey or ashy or anything. And then I'll just take a big fluffy brush and kind of brush away any excess that I see. And then I'll do the same thing for all the rest of the areas where I put concealer. Okay, so next we are ready to move on to contouring. So to contour today, I'm going to use the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I typically go in with the two darkest shades to contour, or some mixture of those two. For my cheek, I kind of do an even half and half mixture of those two, and I'll just come down and contour the hollows of my cheeks. For underneath my jawline, I like to go mostly in with that darkest shade because I really want my jawline to be snatched. For around my forehead, I don't like my contour to be too intense, so I take most of that second to darkest shade and just a little bit of that darkest shade and just kind of lightly apply. And then I'll go in with a brush and just kind of buff all of that out. Okay, so next I like to take this smaller little circular brush to contour my chin and my nose, just because it kind of gives me a little bit more control over where I'm placing it. So for my chin, kind of just do right beneath my lip and then around the center. And then I like to take this small dual fiber brush. It's actually an e.l.f. brush that the handle broke off of, but I like it because it's so small now that it's easy to control and it really fits in all my little crevices, especially for my nose contour. So next up we are going to go in with blush, and today I'm going to use this Stila Sunset Serenade Convertible Blush in Chic palette. And it's a cream blush, which I typically don't go for, but I felt like with this eye look, the colors that are in this palette would complement those well, so we're just going to go for it. So I'm just going to use my finger and kind of swirl it in this pink blushy shade and just kind of tap it on. And it looks super intense when you're first putting it on, but the more you blend it out, it gets a lot softer. Then I'm going to take my beauty blusher and blend that out some. Actually going to go in with another color. They're pretty similar, but this one's a little slightly peachier. I feel like it'll really complement the eye look well. So now I am going to highlight, and to highlight I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Ultimate Glow Kit, and I'm gonna use Hot Sand, and I'm just going to use that to highlight the high points of my cheeks. Then I'm also going to go in on top of that with a little bit of amber sand, or amber gold, sorry. And then I'm going to go in with this large angled brush from Luxie and just kind of blend all of those together. And I'm going to take just a dab of amber gold and highlight my nose. I'm just going to use my finger just to place a little bit. And that is pretty much it for my face. I'm gonna go back in and do the eyeshadow on my under eye and then put on a lip and we'll be done. But for now, I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D Lock It Mist setting spray just to kind of melt everything together and set my face. I really like this because it's a very fine mist, so I can really spray a ton on and not feel like I'm just drenched and dripping wet. But yeah, it's a really fine mist. I think it gives me a pretty good setting power and just helps the makeup stay all day. So I'm going to take the Urban Decay Vice palette. I think I'm going to go in with the shade Amulet around the outer edge of my mouth and then go in with Ex-Girlfriend for the inner. Alrighty, so that is basically it for my foundation routine. I really did enjoy that Lock It foundation. It seems like it really dried down pretty matte fairly quickly. So I'm gonna kind of wear it and see how I feel, but I'm thinking that it will kind of help with my oily T-zone and hopefully I won't be shiny throughout the day. But yeah, I really like it. I think this look turned out really good. I hope you guys liked it too. If you did, as always, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. And also, if you would like to see how I got this brow look or this eyeshadow look, those videos will be linked somewhere around here or in the description box. So don't forget to go check those out. And we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.